by the way, and I'm very happy to showcase it to you. Let's go! So first of all, you end up on this island, you don't know what's going on, so you have to talk to the king, you can't escape from that. He tells you pretty much what happens, what you can do next, that Tina was captured and she is promised to be the bride of the new evil entity or whatever. Oh, and also he gives us 100 coins. That's going to be useful for later, but we will come to that. And now we are in Zelda 2 mode. I'm gonna go directly to the first island, which is called Poka Poka. And if you follow this diagonal closely, you should not get any bad encounters, because yeah, that's also the thing in this game. Random encounters. Alright, now this is the hardest room in the game, Kappa. I say that because it's really difficult to do it fast and without getting hit. Yeah, I got hit. Let's see if I can get the second one though. No, okay, alright, I got the second punch. This is actually kind of hard to do well. First, use this switch to make all the lightning bolts blocks solid, and actually it works for all the game, not just this level. There's 5 switches like that. And we get our first weapon, the Silver Sword. It's required because I will need to break a rock later, just in a moment, that only this sword can break. And that rocks will drain a lake. So now we can go back to the top and, well, get into the dried lake. I would get a heart container there, and also attempt a frame-perfect skip. I didn't get it. I have to respawn this fish. Alright. The way it works, I want to try to damage myself at the same time that the fish gets damaged. And if it goes correctly... he doesn't want to jump. I need him to jump, and that's random. If it goes correctly, I will maybe be able to damage boost... that was too early. I would be damage boosted to the top. I'll do one more try. If I can't get it, it's okay. Dang, okay. That's a shame. I would have liked to show this off, but the problem is I cannot afford to take too much damage, otherwise otherwise I might not be able to complete this this part without time. Here those springs. You have to bounce 3 times on those to get to the maximum height. You know what, I'm also gonna be super safe and restore my health. But anyway, I needed to get into those hot springs for a different reason, is that it's gonna be a teleporting point later in the game. So I have to visit it at some point anyway, so might as well be now, since we can restore our health. Yeah, I should still have enough health for the boss. The boss is sort of a damage boost race. Whoa, I could have taken that also. Okay, not too bad. First boss. Some sort of Wispy Woods wannabe. Oops. Alright. Okay, that was decent. And now that we've beaten our first boss, we get a little dream where we dream of Tina. We don't exactly know who she is, and she doesn't know who we are, but we still sort of have feelings one for each other. Oh, and she's definitely a brunette girl. So now, after fighting that boss, we received a stone, which we will use on this pedestal. And that will uncover new areas of the map, basically. Now we're gonna fetch quests a little bit. It's possible to reach to get some random encounters now, so look out for that. I hope I will have the fewest possible. We didn't get any, so that's good. So I need to fight this mini boss. I need to jump constantly because only his head is vulnerable. And we're about to receive another stone, And this stone is gonna uncover a new part of the map. Okay, no encounter. Pretty lucky so far. Not bad. Alright, let's see how many encounters we get. I hope for the fewest possible amount. There's one already. So the encounters, it's random which type you get, but there's only a few existing types, already 2. Okay, this. And yeah, you should try to memorize what you should do for each one of them. You cannot get any type of encounter anywhere in the game. It depends on the region. And there's not much you can do to prevent getting an encounter, except for going into certain squares that we know are free of any encounters. And now I went around here to talk to Master Muten Roshi, and he teaches us how to push rocks for the price of 100 coins. How about that? That's exactly what I received from the king, so I did not need to do any farming for coins. That's convenient. Okay, 3. Not too bad so far. 4. A little bit worse. Okay, I hope no more until I get there. Okay, the 3 squares in front of that entrance, they are free squares. It means that you cannot get any encounters on them. So the only thing you can try to do to optimize things is to run into as many of them as you can. There are some parts where we know you cannot get any encounters, but here I'm in encounter zone. Oh, nice! Was that only 4 encounters? That's as few as I've ever got. I think some people have had 3 before, but I never did. So here I'm not playing the US version, but if you would play in English, there it would say, "The ice giant cometh and breaketh openeth the dooreth." Yeah, it's humorously stylized for some reason. Only that one is funny. The others aren't specifically funny. Oh, nice! I got the bunny jump. That's nice. That's pretty good luck. I didn't even need to wait for that. Usually I would wait for the other bunny to jump, so I could dodge boost on top of these clouds and get the fire sword. But there I got the lucky immediate bounce. That's really nice. You need the fire sword to destroy the ice wall to get into here. Oh, and by the way, this music is awesome, as is most of the music in the game. If you haven't played this game, you should. It's really brilliant. It's quite advanced. There's a lot of hidden treasure and a lot of secrets that I'm not gonna see because this is only an 80% run. But there's a lot more stuff that need to be uncovered. Okay, something else I would not do in an 80% really serious attempt is take that armor. But this is a marathon run, so I'm taking it. And there you need to do a pretty complicated jump to reach that switch. You're supposed to push an ice block, but if you jump just right, you don't need to do that. And there I disabled the star blocks, so now I can go through more stuff. Unfortunately, I need to go around the whole thing. But on my way I will collect another heart container. We get 3 heart containers in total in this speedrun. I don't remember how many there are in the game. I think something like 12 or 14, I'm not sure. Okay, I dodged the invisible hole. The bottom left corner is an invisible hole that sends you back to the beginning. It's pretty trolly. Okay, now we got the armor already. Jump from here to get to the blue Twizzlers. And now that the star blocks are disabled, I can push this, and this will create a hole on the bottom floor, and I can access a new part. However, do not forget to reactivate those platforms. It's gonna be useful for much later, when we get to the 5th area. Yeah, make sure I have my running speed when jumping from these blocks. In this game, the Y button is used for attacking, but also for running. Here I just take the hit because it's a bit faster than killing everybody. Okay, I have to hit him constantly so that his trunk is retracted, and it... Okay, I took the damage, it's okay. And I have to hit his eyes. He looks like he's on drugs when I hit him. Okay, that was a decent fight. I got hit only once, but yeah, I usually just tank through that hit. Hey, Tina is here again! And still she is definitely a brown hair girl. Maybe we have feelings for each other? Who is that girl? I feel like I know her already. Alright, so now we need to make our way to the 3rd island, but there's some stuff we have to go to get before. That's really unlucky. Okay, yeah, this was the bird one. We have access to the east part, and I'm a little bit afraid of that part because there's an encounter where you might get dragons, and if I get damaged, that might mess me up for the beginning of the 3rd island. I need to get here. So this is like the key for this island. It's exactly like the equivalent of the ice bell for the ice world. I needed to open it. Okay, I didn't get the dragons, that's pretty nice. I'm still on 6 encounters, which is okay luck so far, it's pretty decent. And I need this magic wand. You absolutely need it for the speedrun. So the way magic works is, first I only have one magic, which is Feather. It sends me back to the beginning of the level. It's going to be used once near the end of the run. But I need it, especially for another magic, which I will get when I get... oh, dude. When I get 4 units of magic. And that magic is... what's its name? It's the teleporting magic, I don't remember. Yeah, Wing. It's Wing. Here. When I get 4 units of magic, I will receive the Wing magic, and that will make me able to teleport to different areas, so I can completely skip having to move in the overworld. So that's basically the point of getting magic in the first place, in the speedrun setting. The problem is, I took damage from that flying pig. I'm not sure I can get the... Let's see if I can do the skip. I'm not sure if I can. I might die. Let's check. I did not die! Okay, cool. Yeah, that's thanks to the armor. If I did not have the armor, I would have probably died. Most definitely. However, I cannot take any hit now. We have to be careful before we get to the next part. So yeah, this is Boa Boa, the volcanic island. And there, at the beginning, I performed the setup so that I would... oh, dang it, I don't need to go here. I performed the setup to make sure that that dragon would shoot me, and I would use the damage boost to get into a different part of the map. That saves about 35 seconds. So I got my second bottle of magic. So here I might die in one hit from anything, so it's a bit scary. I just went through a secret passage. This game has secret passages between islands, so that's really neat. So I'm back to the first island, and as I'm here, we're gonna go get an item that I really need for the rest. You don't actually need it as it's absolutely required, but if you don't get it, the next boss fight is gonna be very long. So here I'm doing like a 1.5 minute detour to go get the ice sword, which is here. And if you don't have that sword, the next boss fight is going to be extremely painfully long. So it's actually worth it to go out of your way just to collect this sword. So I'm equipping it, and I'm also equipping the healing magic that I got, because I have now 2 bottles of magic. So when you get a new bottle of magic, as I said, you get an extra magic immediately. Right, I'm gonna use this bird. Okay, got it, nice. And that did not kill me, by the way. I'm really lucky, I was almost dead. And by doing that little damage boost at the end, I got an extra heart container in a way I was not supposed to get it. So that's convenient, because we not only got the sword we need, but we also got that extra heart container. And now I have 2.5 full hearts, so that's just enough for the rest of the run. I'm not going to take any more hearts. I don't even remember where they are anymore. I visited the hot springs because that's going to be a teleporting point later in the game when you get the teleporting magic. So we need to visit the point, visit the hot springs at least once, so that it becomes accessible for teleportation. I now have to visit this place a little bit deeper and activate 5 switches. That was the third one. Let's go back to the start. Oops. Okay, fortunately those skulls don't do too much damage. That was not very fast, but anyway, let's continue. 4th switch is here. And that was the 5th. Oh, I didn't get the shoot through fall. There's a magic fall that you can do. It's really hard there. So normally you're supposed to ride those platforms, but I'm not going to do that because it's boring. I killed those enemies just in case one of them would give me some health. So I'm just going to replenish my health with the heal magic that I equipped. And using it here does not waste any time because I had to sit through the cutscene where the boss appears. And the cutscene still happens during the magic cutscene, so it does not waste any time. So I could just take it. I just took the heal. So this is a little bit like the clown boss of Missing Nuts. It's not as long though, but it's still like, I don't know, 2 minutes. He will die in the 3rd phase. And if I did not have the ice sword, I think it takes like 8 phases, which is absolutely crazy. Crazy long. Whoa! Yeah, I have to be careful because those turtles have a really massive hitbox. Hitboxes are a little bit weird in this game. Okay, that was the 2nd phase. He will die on the 3rd. So yeah, the fight is not too long with the ice sword. So I'm just going to dance to the music. Those turtles are random. Sometimes he can shoot like 1 or 2, and sometimes he shoots a wall of turtles, and it's really hard to dodge. He should die here. And we're good. That was the end of Boa Boa, the 3rd island. I'm dreaming of that girl again. And yep, she's still definitely a brunette. Okay, Boa Boa done. Now we need to go to the northeast area of the map. And I'm also going to go next to the 1st island, because I know that this horizontal line has no encounters. It's a bit slower by just 2 tiles, but you are assured to not get any encounters, so I'll take that. How many encounters did we get so far? Like 9 or so? I think 8. 8. Yeah, that's pretty decent luck. Okay, we're gonna get a few more on our way to the next mini-boss. The next mini-boss has the key item for the 4th island. Oh, no encounters, no encounters, no encounters. Oh, we got one. That was close. It's really hard to not get it. Okay, that was the dragon encounter that I was a bit afraid of earlier, but we didn't get it back when it was difficult. So this one, he does not. He is vulnerable on the whole body. I'm taking some damage on purpose, also because I'm planning for a death warp. So yeah, this was a fan. It will open up the fourth island. But before I go to the 4th island, I need to get another item. Yeah, 10th encounter. Okay, so this is like a 10 encounter run. It's pretty decent luck. It's actually quite nice. It's not great, but it's nice. The shovel. The shovel is required, otherwise you won't go very far in the 4th island. And now I need an encounter to kill myself, and that was pretty fast. Encounter luck is quite decent. I'm gonna kill myself with pterodactyls because they do more damage than flying skulls. And oh no, I died. Yeah, that was a planned death. So I can go back to the middle island, and I know that from here I will only be on lines which have no encounters, so it's actually worth it. Otherwise you would probably run into 2 or more encounters on the way from the northeast area. There. So this is Puka Puka, the 4th island. No, not this. Come on. It was up 3 times and not down 3 times. So this island is actually a collection of islands that you need to use the boats. 2, 3. Oh, nice! I got all 3 inputs. So this is a bit difficult too. We called it a water bounce. You have a 2-frame window to bounce on the water and not lose your speed. Oh, I got all 6. That's great. And so it's a 2-frame window. It's pretty difficult, and you can conserve your speed on bouncing on water. Yeah, 8. I've got all 8. That's pretty fantastic. In this game, you want to avoid running on slopes, as I said earlier. Yeah, but even the slopes going down, all slopes going up or down, they will always slow you down. So you need to jump over those as much as possible, as I did there. So this is a little bit of a maze. Oh, the good thing is I know where to go, so don't worry, we should be fine. Need to write this, and soon we're going to get a new item from this chest. The green armor, it's quite a bit better than the red armor, but I'm not going to equip it now. I'm going to keep it until we have another item to equip. Okay. I need to go over there to activate... Oh, I didn't manage to do this. You can clip through on this with just the first 2 bounces, but it's difficult. And there I activated the hot spring. So I will be able to teleport there later. And on the way there is also this, the Thunder Sword. So now I'm gonna equip everything. Thunder Sword and the new armor. So now we were Mario before, but now we are Luigi. I'm gonna take damage from that bomb, so I can just simply run on spikes. Let's see how many of the jumps I get. 1. Ah, just 1. That's nice. I did pretty well with the previous jumps. And I need to go here to activate switch, which will drain the water and make some other areas accessible. And here, shoutouts to Pipop who has the world record for this game, and he found this trick where you can, it's called shovel jumps. You can shovel blocks, even which are 1 tile above you, and by clearing the whole thing, I don't need to switch to shovel again to go back through that. So it saves some time. So same thing, I'm gonna wait for this bird to drop a bomb on me. I'm just taking the natural damage from it on him. Yeah, I have a full heart, that should be enough. Now we're gonna activate the switch to disable platforms or blocks. Yeah, nice. I had a red potion. I hope I won't regret not taking it. And this was drained. It was not accessible before. Okay. I don't want to be hit though. I want to keep some health for the boss because it's coming up soon. Getting here to get the third bottle, so that gives me another magic. I have no idea what it is because it's never used in the speedrun. Oh yeah, it's the time thing, it freezes enemies. Yeah, it's really hard to jump from that ledge to the other ledge. I almost never get it. And now we are done with the shovel. We are on our way to the boss, and I need to, well, I don't really need to heal, but if I want to do it, if you want to do it, you have to do it before, because for this fight I'm in the water and I cannot use the magic on the water. So the way this is gonna work, I'm gonna have to hit his tentacle, and that will make his head vulnerable for 2 hits, and I hope I'm gonna get a 1 cycle. I need to do it really fast, otherwise he will go back into the water, and I will need to go through the tentacle attack again. It takes 25 hits. Okay, that was pretty good. That was actually quite ideal. And we get another stone, and we get another dream of Tina. And yet again, she is still totally a brunette. Right. Good news, there is almost no risk of encounters until the next part. So we should be done with all encounters, unless on those few squares I could get one. I think there's still barely a chance I could get an encounter, but it almost never happens. Okay, I think from now on there shouldn't be no encounters. In this area there's never any encounter. Okay, we are totally encounter free for the rest of the game. Alright, this is my favorite music in the game. Meet Sala Sala. This is the name of this island. Okay, I didn't get hit. Jump very early to make the early cycle. This is a hard early cycle to make. Okay, I got it. You barely have enough time to jump on those bouncing platforms before they turn red. They would send you bouncing depending on the color, and with red you bounce really high and you touch the spikes on the ceiling. You barely have enough time to make it there before it turns red. And this is why I needed to reactivate the blocks, the star blocks from Hia, the second island. It's just to collect that 4th bottle. So now we have the 4 bottles, and we have the teleporting magic active. We can use it, so it's going to be useful after I'm done with this. I forgot there was an enemy there. I was too busy enjoying the music. But that's okay. I will visit a hot spring soon, and I will be able to heal. Definitely want to heal there. I'm going to take a lot of intentional damage in a little bit from here. Oh, nice! I got the ledge grab. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump. This is a bit dangerous. I need to pause a little bit my movement, otherwise I would run into them. Yeah, I killed one of those big golden heads. There's no other good way of getting around. Here you have just a little bit. You can land there and do a jump to that door. And that leads to this place that we can use to lure a flying skull. And I use this flying skull to damage boost myself on that switch. So we don't need to solve the thing the normal way. Normally you would need to use another door so you can push a rock and so you could access this switch. But we don't have time for that. So you need to do this to get the axe, which is a really, really powerful weapon. You need it for the boss. There I took damage so I could get to this moving platform. Okay, this jump is hard. Nope. Yeah, that's okay. I can try again. If I jump high enough, the platform respawns. That should be good. Okay. Alright, fifth boss, and this one is much more complicated than all the other ones we've seen so far. I have to defeat his hands first. That was kind of bad. I missed a lot of hits. And oh, of course, the bandage, which is swirling around, it actually damages me. And its hitbox is really not obvious, so you have to change sides from time to time. I got hit once. Okay, now the head. I hope I'm gonna get good energy. This does not look too good. He's gonna throw something, isn't he? Yeah, he's gonna throw this. And yeah, those things block my attacks also, so this is pretty bad energy. Okay, alright, I managed to make do. Come on, dude. Sometimes the head takes time to actually dive. I don't know why. It happens sometimes, not always. Hey, look who's here. Tina again, the girl with the brown hair. Alright, so now we have completed the 5 main areas, and to get to the 6th one, the last one, we need to do a lot of backtracking. And in every one of these 5 islands, there's an item I need to get, which is it's called a spell. And in each of the 5 islands, I can access a new area by using the flute that I just got from killing the mummy. So it unlocks stuff. Yeah, nice. I like that strat. Okay, here in those little shrines, you can use the flute, and it will unlock a new part of the level. Oh, no! Okay, I'm gonna retry. I'm not gonna take damage from these spikes. Okay. Alright, that should be fine. I just traded a spike damage against another spike damage. This part is pretty complicated because I will make use of most of my health to damage boost through stuff. Okay, the first spell we're gonna get is this one. Now, take a hit from this because it damages me much less than the spikes. Alright, and there I took a damage intentionally from the snake, so I would avoid getting shot by the platforms. Oh, I'm gonna take this just for safety, in case I die. And I'm gonna do this again, So I can get to the door. We saw that door, but I didn't use it. I just went there to attract the skull. But now I'm actually going through here, and it turns out to be a secret passage from Sala Sala to Hia Hia. So this is the second spell we're gonna collect. And conveniently, it just places us very, very close to the shrine. So yeah, going from Sala Sala to Hia Hia is the only one that we're gonna do without a death warp. But from now on I'm gonna death warp all the time to go between areas. You'll see that in a minute after I get the spell from here. Oops. Ooh, I took some damage. That's fine. I should not be able to... I should not die to a bunny. Normally. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. No problem. That was... So now I can die. Okay. And dying will make me go back to the entrance of here, and it will replenish all my magic. So I will be able to use the teleporting magic again. And it turns out you can only use it from the overworld. So that's a nice and convenient way to get all your magic back. So you can use the magic and also get back to the overworld, because well, death just takes you back there. Back next to it. Now we are in Puka Puka, and we're gonna get the spell from here. So this shrine does not open a door, instead it activates bubbles. So we're gonna use bubbles as a means of transportation. It's pretty neat. And the hitbox of the bubble is really peculiar. It's a rectangle, but it's much more tall than wide. Here you can squeeze this, take damage, wait a little bit, so that I'm not flashing anymore and I can get inside this bubble. If you don't wait, you will pop the bubble and you will not get inside. I will probably have to take a second hit. Yeah. That's fine. There's a way to do it without having to take a second hit, but I did not do the really fast strat, just in case I would fail. And here, same thing. For the last two spells, we're gonna use the same strategy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're back to Boa Boa for the fourth spell. Whoops. Took damage. I have to take that into account because I have to plan for my death warp. Use the flute again to open up the part on the right. And here I'm taking the 5th potion. It's not really required to get it, but I do it so I don't need to count on a decent magic drop later in the game. Should I take another hit here from this? Yeah, maybe a lava hit would have killed me immediately before I got that. And we're good. Oh no, I died again. So we have the first 4 spells, now we need to get the last one, and it's in the first island, in Poka Poka. One, two, three, okay. And it's really important to finish with this one, to pick this one last, because after that I'm gonna go back to the entrance of this level, and it's located very close to the entrance of the last island. So that's why we want to finish this with this one. So here I'm gonna equip Feather, because we're gonna use it after I get the last spell. I'm not gonna kill myself to get back, I'm just gonna use Feather to get back to the entrance. It's faster. That was pretty nice. Oh, there was a green potion. Yeah, the thing is you need 1 unit of magic to do Feather. And if you don't get it, well, you will need to... You either do what I did, which is go get a 5th magic potion so you are sure that there's no problem, or you just count on luck, you count on the random magic drop of an enemy. And then you can do the magic. But if you get unlucky, then you might lose a lot of time. So that's what I used to do, and I don't do it anymore. I don't like to depend on that kind of luck. I missed the bounce. Oh, I got this one. Nice. Okay, let's see how many water bounce I can nail. Oh, I got this one. I got hit though. Oof. In terms of health, this is already kind of bad. I need to wait a little bit on this one. So this is Fua Fua, the last island. And this is also the most dangerous area. It's quite difficult to do everything without dying. Oh, nice. Oh, that was a big potion. The big potion heals you fully. Okay. Alright, this screen is one of the hardest. Because I'm gonna do things in a way which is not exactly intended. Oh! Okay, let's do this. Can I take the... No, I don't think I can take the hit. I need to farm for health. Like this. Oh no! I missed it! Oh dang! Oh, that's so bad. I was supposed to use a damage boost from the pterodactyl to get to the top part. Welp, that's over. And of course I start right at the start. This is a really painful time loss, I'm afraid. But entirely my fault, to be honest. Okay, we have to get back there. Yeah, I don't know how much time that cost, but it's probably something like 2 minutes. Yeah, this probably cannot be a sub 50 anymore. Yeah, I doubt it. Alright, now that I have all my health, so I should be in a better shape. I'm also gonna take the safe, what's the name? Hot springs. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is a hot spring you don't need to take, but it's pretty safe. And if I die again, before completing this dungeon, I will be able to teleport there, so I don't have to redo the first part. Yeah, got the early cycle of this bubble. Okay, let's see if we can get the squeeze. Squeeze, nice. I've been failing that a lot recently. Oh, took a hit. Yeah, I'm very underleveled. Here you can pass through those ghosts by damaging them at the correct time. It's not easy to do. And they do a ton of damage. Everything would... Almost all the enemies will damage me by like 1 full heart, which is quite crazy. Oops. Oh, no. Oh man, I hate when that happens. The only way to fix this is to do that. Okay. Good thing I knew that. Right, Power Sword. This is also a required item. I needed to destroy, what's the name? A rock somewhere. And you can hear that the sound effect of the chain is still going on because it was not finished when I exited the room. And now, the worst boss in the history of video game bosses. In the speedrun point of view, at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, only 4 hits. Dang. It's so hard to get 2 jumps or maybe even 3. This boss takes 25 hits. Yeah. 2 cycles is already dead. Dang, I can't do it. I need to rebound correctly from the floor. It's possible to 2 cycle this boss, and even 1 cycle if you're a TAS, which I ever got once. 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was a little bit better. I should be able to get 3 jumps though. That was not very satisfying. Okay, that was at least a 4 cycle. It's not good, but it's not, like, horrible. Yeah, I don't know if this can still be sub 50. It's probably gonna be close, but I don't think I can get it. Alright, this is a cutscene where we finally find Tina. And, well, there's nothing you can do to speed up text here. Contrary to all the other cutscenes where you can speed up text by holding B, in here you cannot, you just have to wait for this. Oh no! An evil thing is here. And apparently we are not done with this game. Let her go! I have no idea what they're saying. I need that girl to fulfill the prophecy of whatever this is all about. Cuckoo. Oh no, she takes our girlfriend, who is still definitely a brunette. And we're back at the king's castle. So this guy tells us that there's a new monster who appeared in Fua, in the island we just were in. So this is why we go to the last hot springs, because we need to teleport them now. Boom! Just one thing I have to make sure, let's not go through the bird boss again. Well, you cannot fight him again, but you can go through the door, and that would waste a lot of time. So instead we need to go to the top. And use the magic band that we just got from the bird boss. And let's fight the final boss. Yeah, I don't think this can be sub 50 because the final boss is kind of long. He's gonna make fireballs, and my sword will hit the fireballs. And when my sword hits anything, I cannot hit the boss. So that's why I need to wait here. This boss is not super easy, because I take a lot of damage from him. Alright, got through the first phase. And there's soon gonna be some Pac-Man noises. Okay, now second phase. Alright, in 3 jumps, as always. Yeah, I don't think I can kill the last phase in less than a minute. It's gonna be a low 50. And for some reason now we are on the moon, or whatever. So spin to win. I need to defeat his 2 claws before I can finally get to the eye. So I have to be careful about when I jump. 3. Yeah, I knew about that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, okay. After 7 you have to get out. Alright, nice. And time will be soon. It takes 30 hits or so. 50-11. Oh, not a sub 50, unfortunately. And I'm a little bit too bad that I died at in Fuwa Fuwa, but yeah, Fuwa Fuwa is difficult. My PB for this is 46-21, and the border cut by Pipot.1 is 46-12, so I'm 9 seconds away. Yes, so someday I will have to try to get that record back. It's a really nice speedrun game. And we defeated the great evil bad guy, and we rescued our brunette girl. Wait, what? Where's our brunette girl? What is that blonde girl now? What is going on? This game is so weird. I don't understand. Well, anyway, we got the girl, we beat the evil guy, so this can only be a good thing, right? Yeah, oh, blonde again. Yeah, we fell from the moon and somehow we're fine. It's the power of love. Hey, look! Brunette again! So this was Super Adventure Island 2, any percent. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a really fantastic video game, honestly. It was quite a massive surprise the first time I played that. And there's a lot of things to discover. I would really encourage you to try a casual playthrough, because there's tons of secrets. I really did not see everything. At the end, if you get everything, you can have like 6 full hearts and 14 magic, and also there are other places that I haven't even visited. There's a casino where you can get even crazier weapons and stuff. And the casino is really difficult to grind, though. It takes some time to get all the money to buy the super duper weapons. But it's fun. It's a great game overall, and really worth a playthrough. Okay, so what is next? Let's see. Next is gonna be, a Mega Man X block. First, also with a Mega Man X 100%. That's pretty exciting. So I guess I'm ready to sign off. I don't know if the next player is ready yet. I'm gonna ask.